Dangerous times at the bottom of the Premier League table, and that includes Leeds United and American manager Jesse Marsch. They lose 3-2 to a very good Fulham, 3-2 to Fulham, meaning that Leeds United, the last time they won a game in the Premier League was that 3-0 win against Chelsea, but that was back in August. So it's very dangerous right now for the Yorkshire side. Janusz, Michallik, Luis Miguel Echegaray, LME. Janusz, it's dangerous here with Leeds United. Jesse Marsch getting worried. Thoughts on the fate of the American manager and where Leeds United go from here?
Well, you kind of answered what I was going to say, because, I mean, Leeds United are pretty good in looking ahead, right? Remember, of course, when Marcelo Bielsa was let go, they were talking already to Jesse Marsch for a long time. At least that's what Jesse Marsch has said, that there's been contacts. Of course, he was respectful of such a legend as Marcelo Bielsa as well. So obviously, the Leeds hierarchy know that there's been problems right now, but I don't know who would come in. That's a big question mark, right? I mean, you look at Wolves, and they can't find anybody. Lopetegui said no. I think Michael Beale, who also your team, Aston Villa, we're looking at, he's been saying no to everybody just about. Pochettino probably not interested. He said he wasn't interested in Villa job. I don't think he'd be interested in Leeds. He's probably looking for a much bigger clubs in the Premier League or elsewhere as well. So it just makes you wonder who's going to be that one person that's going to come in right now. There isn't a name that picks itself for that, but that's not for me to worry about. It is for Jesse Marsch, because the truth of the matter is that if he is let go today, I don't think he'd have any complaints. You've mentioned the fact that, after the first start, and the start was Wolves, Saints, and of course that 3-0 win against Chelsea was a great start. It was a red card for Chelsea in that game as well. After that, it's 6 losses and 2 draws. If you don't count, I think it was EFL Cup win against Barnsley, right? So let's not count that. Let's just concentrate on the Premier League. And this is a manager that prides himself on defensive organization, right? And we've seen games before. I look at the game today, first goal, set piece, Ayling just pushed away, not Markin Mitrovic. Second goal, I have to, Di Cordova read, I think it was Pascal Struijk, that basically was ball watching against Andras Pereira and that cross instead of marking the goal scorer. And the third piece, even the worse, right? Because the third piece took the game away for the most part. And that's a throw-in. That's the time where you have all kinds of time to get yourself organized. And Harrison Reed just works around Liam Cooper and Robin Koch, experienced players that shouldn't allow Willian to basically put the ball away to an empty net. So, those are the things that you look at it, right? Forget the results sometimes, but you have to look at it, how you lose and what kind of goals the oppositions are scoring. So today, very bad look defensively in a game at home that really was a must not lose. So if I'm Jesse Marsch, I fully understand the fact that I may go. We'll see what Leeds do.
Yeah, I think Jesse is fully aware, completely agree there. And tough for Leeds, because next up is Liverpool at Anfield. And then the month of November includes the League Cup, but also Tottenham and Manchester City, Newcastle, who are doing well, of course, in December. But that's after the World Cup. But there's a lot of tough matches and very difficult. Very quick on Fulham, though. Fulham looking good, Janusz. I mean, once again, they get to win another 7th in the Premier League.
Yes, they are surprising us, right? I mean, this is the beauty of the Premier League. I think many have had Fulham probably bouncing right back down. Marco Silva doing a great job. Sort of remember him when he first came in with Watford. Remember, that was good. Maybe jumped to Everton a little bit too quickly at the time, that's for sure. But right now, they're firing on all cylinders. Alexander Mitrovic continues to prove that first time under Scott Parker, he couldn't score because maybe Scott Parker, the mentality, the way the game is set up, wasn't for a striker like this. We've seen that early this season with Scott Parker at Bournemouth as well. In comes Marco Silva, just a little bit more proactive, wants to attack, wants to include a striker. So it's been a tremendous start to the season for Fulham.
Yeah, 100% agree. More direct, and Mitrovic is scoring for fun. Well done to Fulham. But Leeds United, as Janusz mentioned, and of course, we are aware that this job is very difficult in the Premier League, but Jesse Marsch's days may just be numbered.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.